Keanu Reeves is one of those rare Hollywood stars whose private life has largely remained something of an enigma. In fact, the much-loved actor has rarely been pictured with or talked about a new love since the turn of the century. It's perhaps no surprise then that the internet blew up with Reeves appeared to take a date to a Los Angeles gala. Remarkably, social media went wild when photos emerged of Reeves heavily posing on the red carpet with artist Alexandra Grant in November 2019. The pair were attending the Art Plus Film Gala at the Los Angeles County Museum of Art, LACMA, which has showcased several of Grant's collections, and it turns out that their relationship goes way back. In fact, Reeves and Grant have reportedly been good friends since the late 2000s. Over the years, however, their once platonic connection appears to have grown into something more romantic. Here's a look at the John Wick star's unexpected love story and why his girlfriend got everyone's tongues wagging. Keanu Reeves has been famously secretive about his life away from the cameras ever since he began his film career in the mid-1980s. However, the star reportedly entered into a 3-year relationship with one of his first big-screen co-stars. Pop Sugar claims that Reeves began dating Jill Schoelen after they appeared together in Babes in Toyland. Then, while Schoelen moved on to have a brief engagement with Brad Pitt following their split, Reeves appeared to enjoy the single life. There were a few rumored romances though. In 1992, he supposedly began stepping out with Sofia Coppola, Reeves having working with her father Francis on Bram Stoker's Dracula at the time. Their relationship has never been confirmed, however. In fact, Reeves also got married while shooting the horror movie, although the wedding is unlikely to be officially recognized anywhere outside of the Romanian film set. During an interview with Entertainment Weekly in 2018, co-star Winona Ryder recalled the moment when her and Reeves' characters walked down the aisle, and made their startling claim that the pair could be husband and wife for real. And while Reeves' most serious relationship to date appears to have been with the actress Jennifer Syme, unfortunately their time together ended in tragedy. The pair first began dating in 1999, with Syme falling pregnant not long after. Sadly, Ava Archer's Syme Reeves arrived stillborn on Christmas Eve later that same year. This devastating loss understandably put a major strain on the pair's relationship, and by January 2000, they agreed to split. However, Reeves and Syme continued to stay in touch over the following year. In fact, according to reports, the pair enjoyed brunch together in April 2001, just 24 hours before tragedy struck once again. Shockingly, less than 18 months after losing her firstborn, Syme also lost her own life in a terrible car accident. Syme had been driving down Cahuenga Boulevard in Los Angeles on her own when she struck 3 cars parked at the side of the road. Police later discovered prescription medicine for depression in Syme's car. Under the shadow of this tragedy, an understandably distraught Reeves put his work and commitments on hold to deal with his grief. In 2019, discussed channeling this sense of grief while working on the original John Wick. He told The Guardian, "For the character and in life, it's about the love of the person you're grieving for, and any time you can keep company with that fire, it is warm. I absolutely relate to that, and I don't think you can ever work through it, grief and loss. Those are things that don't ever go away, they stay with you." Reeves was later linked to Claire Forlani, his co-star in 1997 biographical drama The Last Time I Committed Suicide. However, Reeves claimed that he and Forlani had only ever been good friends. The next celebrity to become linked to Reeves was actress and model China Chow in 2008. More recently though, Reeves' love life appeared to be relatively uneventful throughout the past decade. That's why so many fans were left shocked when he appeared on the red carpet in 2019 with a mystery date. But the woman in question didn't remain a mystery for long. In fact, Alexandra Grant has been a part of Reeves' life for a good 10 years. Born in Ohio but now living in Los Angeles, Grant studied history and studio art at Swarthmore College. After graduating in 1994, she began to make a name for herself on the American art scene. She's particularly renowned for her paintings, sculptures, and multimedia works that are inspired by the spoken word and dialogues with fellow creatives. In addition to her artworks, Grant has also had experience in the film world. In 2015, she took the director's chair for the first time to shoot a 60-minute documentary titled Taking Lena Home. Grant's passion for languages stems from an early age, having spent much of her youth growing up in France, Spain, and Mexico. She's had her work exhibited at venues such as New York's Harris Lieberman Gallery, Paris Gallery Creativa, and the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. And of course, it was during her gala appearance with Reeves at LACMA that Grant's profile skyrocketed. However, Grant has known Reeves for quite some time. In fact, they actually worked together as far back as 2011 on Ode to Happiness, a picture book aimed at an adult audience. Their collaboration proved to be so well received, moreover, that the pair decided to join forces again in 2016 on second book Shadows. Notably, Reeves and Grant recently appeared to enjoy each other's company. They were pictured together for the Spanish edition of Vogue and attended numerous book signings and art galleries together. No one can move the way he can, Grant and thus in a chat with the Los Angeles Times. He's a really extreme performer. That's a huge piece of why those images are so interesting. I knew that if I moved the camera as we danced together, as photographer and subject, we could create these wonderful optical illusions. Reeves was also present for this particular interview, and the Los Angeles Times journalist asking the questions certainly appeared to recognize that there was perhaps more than meets the eye to his relationship with Grant. In the piece, the reporter remarks, "In conversation, the two friends share an easy rapport and speak in a comfortable shorthand fueled by inside jokes and knowing smiles." In another interview with W Magazine, Grant discussed how she and Reeves inspire each other when collaborating. Grant and Reeves' professional relationship gradually appeared to evolve into a full-blown romantic one too. In May 2019, they were pictured on the red carpet at the Museum of Contemporary Art, MOCA, benefit show held at the Los Angeles The Geffen Contemporary site. And the pair couldn't stop beaming as they posed for these photos together. This wouldn't be the couple's only public display of affection either. A month later, Grant and Reeves were pictured holding hands at the St. Lawrence Men's Spring-Summer 20 event at Malibu's Paradise Cove. Later in October the same year, the couple were spotted in a loving embrace as they left a Hollywood eatery. What's more, an unnamed source confirmed to People magazine that the pair were no longer just friends. They said Reeves and Grant started dating earlier this year, but they have wanted to keep it quiet. Keanu wants to openly share his life with her. He's extremely happy and grateful to have Alex in his life. Yet Grant and Reeves' surprisingly willingness to engage in some PDA largely went unnoticed until they stepped out at the LACMA Art Plus Film Gala in November 2019. And social media went into meltdown after pictures emerged of the pair, once again holding hands on the red carpet. It wasn't just the fact that the famously private Reeves was being openly affectionate that got tongues wagging, however. You see, much of the talk on Twitter centered around the fact that unlike many of his Hollywood peers, Reeves was dating someone who was considered age-appropriate. Admittedly, Grant is still 9 years younger than the much-loved actor. Only a month earlier, though, 65-year-old Dennis Quaid had announced his engagement to Laura Savoy, a PhD student 39 years his junior. One particularly supportive fan tweeted, "It's a miracle. Hollywood actor dates age appropriately. An artist with a full head of great hair to boot. Keanu, I could not love you more at this moment." Another wrote, "Just when I didn't think he could get more wholesome, Keanu dates within his age group despite his peers often dating young women. Fantastic man." By the same token, some were just genuinely pleased that one of Hollywood's nicest guys had finally found someone to settle down with. Reeves was also praised for dating a smart, creative, independent woman by another approving fan on the social media platform. However, not everyone was enthusiastic about the actor's red carpet appearance with Grant. "People really need to stop freaking out about Keanu and Alexandra," wrote another in agreement. "Dating someone in your age bracket isn't courageous, it's effing normal. He's proven time and time again he's a regular guy. Let's stop with this amazement about who he's dating and wish them both well." Similarly, others bemoaned the fact that Grant's age had come into the equation at all. One wrote, "Is the most fascinating thing to talk about Alexandra Grant really her age? She's a highly accomplished artist, a philanthropist, and a babe. Can she please not be reduced to Keanu's age-appropriate girlfriend? She's a spectacular woman in her own right. He's lucky to be her man." However, at least these comments were still supportive. Other less positive Twitter users were equally quick to make derisive remarks about Grant's appearance. Men age like wine, women age like milk. Read one particularly cruel tweet. Keanu deserves a kind girl in the 20s or 30s at the lastest, not a great grandma, was another. Still, the negative comments continued. What is this? He should be bagging hot, young, feminine women, not some old tattooed feminist, carped one poster. Many also remarked upon Grant's resemblance to a significantly older Oscar-winning actress. Saw the photos and legit thought Keanu was dating Helen Mirren, read one such post. Remarkably, Helen Mirren herself actually commented on the comparisons during a red carpet chat at the Big Apple premiere for her film The Good Liar. The 74-year-old actress admitted, too, that she was delighted to be mentioned in the same breath as Grant. She told Entertainment Tonight, "That was very flattering on me, you know, because Grant's obviously lovely." Plus, Mirren had nothing but positive things to say about Reeves, who had starred in The Devil's Advocate, the 1997 thriller directed by her husband Taylor Hackford. She continued, "I do know Keanu very well. He's just the most adorable, lovely person. So she's a lucky girl, and I'm sure that he's a lucky boy." The sentiment was backed up by Life and Style magazine, which reported that Grant has helped Reeves to come to terms with his tragic experiences. An anonymous source told the magazine that the artist is one of the few people who's managed to get Keanu to open up about his emotions and past. Some say she's not only stored his heart, but she's also saved him. An unnamed friend also told the same magazine, Reeves was in such a dark place for so long, but Alexandra's positive outlook and support has played a huge part in helping him turn his life around. Another remarked that Reeves was attracted to Grant as she's kind, warm, and spiritual, and she's a great communicator. Finally, as well as keeping tabs on Reeves' love life, fans can also look forward to seeing the star appear in several films in 2020.